Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about the reflection of a plane wave by a convex mirror and by a concave mirror. In our previous video, we have discussed about the refraction of a plane wave by a concave lens, by a thin prism and by a convex lens. I will provide the link in the description box of that. If you want, you can watch that. So let us first discuss about the reflection of a plane wave by a convex mirror. So here you can see a convex mirror is here. Its one part is actually shaded. That means it is a mirror. This one is a reflecting surface of the mirror. Okay, this is a reflecting surface of the mirror. And the reflecting surface of this mirror is bulged outwards. That is why it is called as a convex mirror. And here we have a plane wave. A plane wavefront is usually represented like this. We know that the wavefront and the the light rays and the light wavefronts are actually perpendicular to each other. So the rays corresponding to this plane wavefront will be parallel to each other like this. Now you see, the central part of the incident wave, this plane wave is actually moving towards and falling on the reflecting surface of this convex mirror, this yellow one. Reflection obviously takes place because that cannot go to this side. So reflection obviously takes place. And the central part of the incident wave that gets reflected first and it reaches here at the point A dash. The lowermost and the uppermost portions of the wave has to travel some more distance to reach here and here. So they get delayed after reflection. That is, after reflection, this central part of the wave has reached here. But these 2 points has reached only here. When we join all the 3 points, we will get a wave like this. We will get the reflected wave like this. Okay, that is, for example, say after 10 seconds, the central part of the wave after reflection reached here at this point A dash. But the uppermost and the lowermost, portions reached here and here only after 10 seconds. So we will get a spherical wavefront like this. Okay, and this spherical wavefront will be perpendicular to the corresponding reflected rays of light. So when the reflection of a plane wave by a convex mirror takes place, the reflected wavefront will be a spherical wavefront like this. Now you see, you have already studied that here we have a convex mirror, and when we consider two parallel rays of light incidenting on the reflecting surface of a convex mirror, reflection takes place, and after reflection these two rays will be diverging away from each other. But when we extend these two rays backwards, they appear to meet, or they appear to come from a particular point which is the focus of this convex mirror. So, if we know about, if we have this knowledge, then we can easily draw the corresponding plane wavefront, corresponding reflector wavefront. We know that when we consider a plane, when we consider parallel rays of light, the reflector rays are diverging away from each other like this. Now, when we consider a plane wavefront, the corresponding rays are what? Perpendicular to the wavefront. So corresponding rays will be like this. Then only this makes 90-degree angle now. Okay. So corresponding rays are parallel, perpendicular to this plane wavefront, and they are like this, parallel to each other. Alright. So after reflection, we are getting the reflector rays like this. So if we have the reflector rays with us, we can easily draw the reflector wavefront, because the rays and wavefront that make 90-degree angle. So, the reflected wavefront will be a wavefront like this, a spherical wavefront. Okay, we will have so many reflector rays here. Then here you see what we want to do actually is, here I have just drawn the reflector wavefront here. How is it possible? You see, here if I am making the angle between the reflector wavefront and the ray here, see, if I am drawing a tangent here, okay, first of all I want to draw a tangent. Then I am making a 90-degree angle. Okay, this is the tangent. Then I am drawing a line which makes 90-degree angle. That line is actually the ray corresponding to this wavefront. So here the reflector ray is actually, it is along that line. So this is right. Okay, so we will get a point here. Similarly, you see, when we consider, when we draw a tangent here, and you just want to make a 90-degree, then draw a line. That line is actually along the reflector ray now. So this is also correct. So the reflector wavefront is like this. Okay, that is, if we have the rays with us, then you just want to draw the reflector wavefront in such a way that wavefront makes 90-degree angle with the rays. Okay, here this is a this is actually a spherical wavefront, no? That is why first we are drawing the tangent making 90-degree angle, then draw a line. That line actually will be along the reflector rays. Now, let us discuss about the reflection of a plane wave by a concave mirror. So, here we have a concave mirror whose reflecting surface is curved inwards, and here we have a plane wave. These are actually the rays corresponding to this plane wave, because a plane wavefront and the rays, corresponding rays, are perpendicular to each other. So, here you can see that this straight line is actually the plane wavefront, and the reflector ray, the rays corresponding to these plane waves are like this parallel rays, so that they make a 90-degree angle with the incident plane wavefront. So, this is the incident plane wavefront which is incidenting on the reflecting surface of this concave mirror. So, here this concave mirror is curved inwards, and the uppermost portions and the lowermost portions of the plane wave will get reflected first, but the central portion of the plane wave has to travel some more distance to reach here on the reflecting surface of the concave mirror. So after reflection, it will get delayed. It has only reached here. That is, after 10 seconds, you just imagine the uppermost portion of the wave after reflection has reached here. And after 10 seconds, the lowermost portion of the wave also, incident plane wave also, after reflection, it has reached here. Okay, after 10 seconds and after reflection, it has reached here. But the central portion of the wave has to travel some more distance to reach on the reflecting surface of the concave mirror. So after reflection, it will get delayed. So it has reached only some way here. Okay, so we got 3 points here. Now, similarly, you can consider so many here. And when we draw all the, when we join all these points, we will get a emergent wave like this, a reflector wavefront like this. That is, here actually we are getting the emergent wave as a spherical wave converging to the focal point of this concave mirror. Okay, F is the focus of this concave mirror. So this emergent wavefront, no, this will be a spherical wavefront of radius r by 2. R by 2 in the sense from the focus to this point, that is actually the distance focal length, from the focus to the optical center, not optical center, pole of the mirror. So that focal length is equal to what? Half of radius or curvature, no? So we can say that here the emergent wavefront is a spherical wavefront of radius r by 2. So in this video, we have discussed about the refraction of a plane wave by a convex mirror as well as by a concave mirror. I hope you understood this. Thank you.